back into SCV today, and it is time to talk our real estate moment segment, whatever you want to call it, with Mike Bjorkman, the man who is the benefactor of our new home here.
Hello.
And I think that's
I love it.
appropriate.
I think it's beautiful. You guys worked hard on it. It came out fantastic.
You can now put that on his email signature where it's got like 25 things listed. He could put benefactor SCV today.
There you go. What do you think?
You know, I'm just glad not to be with a fluorescent orange, yellow, and green background.
Isn't that so bad?
It's so much more homey and relaxing. We get to talk. It feels like our living room.
I know.
Yeah, we need a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
maybe some breakfast burritos.
Yeah.
You on for that?
Yeah.
You gonna get that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Will you sponsor that?
Yeah, I did get a water today. I was surprised.
See?
The budget has gone up around
I
here.
walked in with the water and he was like, yes.
Everything's different around here. The set's different. Dave's got a really flashy tie on today.
I wore this tie before. Is this one of my Jerry Garcia? No, it's not one of my Jerry Garcias, but.
And he just name dropped it. Wow.
Well, no, there's Jerry Garcia.
I know,
You
I'm
don't
very-
own a Jerry Garcia. Give me a break.
I will bring it tomorrow.
He does not
I will
buy-
show
yeah.
you. Yes, I do.
It was a gift. He didn't buy it. 100%.
Well,
All right.
that's entirely likely. That's entirely likely. All right, let's talk real
Where
estate.
have you been? You've been gone.
Did you
for the
miss me
few
last
days.
week?
We
Where were
so
you?
missed you?
I was in Dallas, Texas,
Okay.
at the REOCON conference, and that is a conference where we get all the big banks together and the biggest REO default industry agents in the country. We all meet there and discuss what we're going to do, how we're going to handle, exchange ideas. Basically, it's my time to meet with the head of Fannie Mae, the head of Chase Bank, the head of Wells Fargo, and we do a lot of training for the agents, but at a lot of meetings closed door meetings where we talk about the market. So we'll be representatives from California, New York, Florida, and we'll meet with these people, the execs, and really get a feel for what's going on in the streets. And
So what's going on? What's the feel?
well, I brought back a lot of stuff for realtors, but things that the public that I found out, we know making home affordable, the loan modifications. I found out that the number went from a few 100,000 last year to where they've now done over $1.5 million loan mods for people. So when I said, last 6 months or so, I've been saying, oh, loan mods are getting easier. Well, they are. And specifically and I hate to admit it on TV, but I didn't really know that they were going so full steam ahead on loan modifications for individuals or families that have lost income, meaning they got laid off. So you don't even have to be laid anymore, and you qualify for a loan mod. And specifically what that means to the audience out there is you could have your payments put off for 12 months or longer, and a forbearance, all that put on the back of the loan. So basically the government will come in and step in and say, hey, don't worry about your payments. We got you for a year. Go fix yourself.
I got to say, I got a problem with that. I mean,
I know you do.
Yeah,
but it's an amazing program.
because
that
it's
people need to know
encouraging
about.
people to not be responsible.
I totally disagree with
Okay,
you because
okay.
I was in a situation in which we lost our company due to no fault of ours.
I get that.
Everybody went belly up on us, filed bankruptcy on us. We lost our company. We still kept our employees going, trying to do the right thing. They had families, and we were doing everything we could. We spent everything we had. We cashed in our retirements. We did everything to keep things going. And it got to a point where I realized, oh my God, I've got 2 months of mortgage left.
Right. No, I get that.
And I called the bank.
Okay.
And I said, look, here's my situation. I need you to help me because I will be able to recover from this, but I need you to help me. I've got 2 months. I've got 2 payments left.
So
They were like, nope, you've got to go into default and do all that. They wouldn't even work with me.
The guidelines
was
have
back
changed
then.
incredibly.
Okay.
And I remember last year at one of these conferences, we were telling them this program, could save, in 2013, 2014, save the country from millions of foreclosures. And in fact, this is what this is going to do. It's part of the neighborhood stabilization program, and that's a pretty cool program. And you have to qualify. You can't just say, "Oh, I don't feel like working today. I'm just going to call," which I know you're concerned about.
Yeah, and
you have to have a legitimate loan package.
Okay.
It's harder to qualify, or as hard as to buy a home than it is to just stop making your payments and have nobody bother you. But the fact of the matter is that program's out there, and it's pretty interesting. And the biggest thing to me was, if you're in the situation like Tammy was, with only 2 months of money left, you can qualify before it's too late, before you ruin your credit. And then 6 months from now, when you get a job, You prove that you got a job, they put you back on the program, and it saves your credit.
Okay, and I get that, and I agree with that, because if there is the legitimate reasons, and that's the one thing I was just concerned
there will be people that
about.
cheat the system, and anything that you do, there's people that cheat the system. I mean,
Right.
look at our welfare system.
Yeah, these you can't really cheat, thank gosh.
Okay,
You know, it's amazing. You know, 1 out of 10 homes in across the country are in foreclosures still, even though we're in California. I'm glad to report that our foreclosures are down half of what they were last year. And we talk about the market going up like crazy. But the theme of 2013 in the REOCON conference was, let's not have any more foreclosures. Let's work out everything we possibly can. So the loan mods and the short sales were a big deal. For the short sales, there's a lot less qualifying that you have to do. They can go off your FICO score now, or if you're 90 days late. The paperwork that's required is dramatically reduced, which is, for me, that's a big deal.
Right.
There's a lot of things going on. And the biggest buzz, and I think I might have brought it up before on the show, is the nonprofits are starting to buy property. Now, it's very controversial. It's very new, but this is basically how it works. I could represent a nonprofit, come in, buy your short sale like you did, and now I could lease it back to you for 2 to 3 years until you can qualify to buy that home back. And that is the biggest buzz going on across the country. I personally researched it with a local attorney here because that's something I wanted to do. And there's stuff that I wanted to do with seniors and things of that nature. It's complicated, but these hedge funds are big enough and powerful enough to where they can go in and get this handled. So I think we're going to start seeing a lot of that, which is going to force our market to just continue to rise, and rise.
So does that mean that we are continuing to see the short sales and the foreclosures? You talked about it's now half of foreclosures are now half of what they were, but are we seeing a very steady decline?
Yeah,
of
you can actually go on realtytrack.com and see the statistics of what's happened. Basically, across the country, everything's down, half of what it was last year, which is a lot. Things turned around really quick. While nobody was believing me, the numbers are actually out now to support, like the boom boom thing of December. That's why I tagged you in that thing the other day. You make fun of me all you want.
Let's touch on that. You won, I believe, 3 awards through Keller Williams. What were the 3 awards?
I don't know. It's just
top
listings, top sales, top closed, all that stuff.
Did you get a Boom Boom Award? Like, did they just
I was out of town.
Overall Boom Boom?
Yeah, I was out of town. I don't know. You know me. I don't like to talk about all that. But,
Well, that's what we're here for.
Oh, good.
We'll brag for you.
We'll fluff you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So anyways, back to the default industry. But one of the things, too, that a lot of people call me all the time and say, Mike, how do I know if I'm going to qualify for this? Well, on the makinghomeaffordable.gov and .com, well, makinghomeaffordable.gov is probably the best place. There's an eligibility tool. So you can go in there and actually say what's going on and qualify. It'll say, yeah, you qualify for this or you don't qualify for that. And then you can call your servicer up and say, hey, this website says I qualify for. And of course, every year I'm in the industry, I get invited to a lot more things. I was able to speak on 3 different panels. I was able to teach an entire day. And what happens is I get to build these relationships with very high up executives with the banks. So I now, not that I didn't have connections before, but I came home with some really serious connections. The emails and cell phone numbers of the head of B of A, the head of Chase, head of Wells.
Did you tell him Tammy Edwards hates you?
Yeah, no. But now I could literally make a quick email or phone call to really bump things up, really help out my clients,
So
and I wanted to point that out. These connections
what I'm going to point out with that
huge.
is that people, when they think of a realtor, they think buy and sell. And that's their mindset, but that's not true anymore. If you're going through hard times, you're thinking you want to do a loan mod, you need to call Mike or your realtor, but he's the best, and call Mike and say, this is where I'm at, because you can help them through that process.
Right.
And it's much better to have a professional on your side versus taking it on yourself like I did and literally probably caused myself, 5 years off my life with the stress.
Right.
So that's what you will handle all of that.
Yeah, my theme is save, rescue, and then move on. Anybody I can help in our community is my #1 goal, because I know if I treat people like my family, they refer all their family to me, and that's how I stay in the business. And I hate seeing people lose things. You know, the market is going skyrocketing through the ceiling, but there are still people in desperate need of my help. And until everybody's out of this, I'm going to be right there by everybody's side, helping them and saving homes. And then if it turns out that I have to short sell a home, I'll do that, and it's a lot better than a foreclosure, because now the guidelines, within 2 years, I can sell another home. And you know how fast 2 years goes by. Just think about 2 years ago. It's time to buy another house. So since I've been doing default since 2005 when the market went down again, there's been so many people that have bought new homes. They're back on their feet. They've already gained a lot of equity in their new homes.
And that's the key thing right there, and that's my big takeaway with the segment today, is because we can help people you can help people to keep their homes with these new programs, number one, and because the rates or the prices are going up, that's more equity that they're getting. So there's so much more incentive right now for people who are in trouble, who are legitimately in trouble, who can save their home and be able to build additional equity. Thanks, Mike. As always.
Pleasure to be here, as always.
Good information.
Love your new set.
Thank you very much. It's the Bjorkman place.
We still need to come up with a name. I've done like Set Boom Boom, Studio
the
Boom
Boom Boom thing could probably come out of there.
No,
Tammy's home.
How about SantaClaritaRealEstate.com set?
Yeah, that just rolls off the tongue, Mike.
Well, that's the biggest keyword in Santa Clarita if you want to search real estate. Santa Clarita Real Estate. We come up number 1. Let's just advertise that, because that's the bread and butter of my business.
I got an idea.
Did you like
We
that?
have a website. We have a
I was
website.
like, did you really just do that?
scvtoday.com. You can reach us on Facebook. We're always there. Come up with some ideas. If you want to keep hearing boom boom talk, we may have some people going, okay, we're done.
I'm seeing billboards, Boom Boom, Bjorkman, Team Boom Boom.
I feel a commercial coming up.
I feel the end of the program coming on. That's going to do it for us today. Good program today. Gloria Mercado Fortine on the program today, able to talk about her candidacy.
Yeah, you can
Joe
feel
Messina,
the passion there.
Feel the passion, and of course,
Joe is witty as always.
yeah, well, he's interesting. He's always fun. Always fun.
And I got to say, my friend Yvette came by. It was a part of our studio audience today. Something new we're doing here.
Thank you very
Studio
much, Yvette.
audience. I'm
Look at all
loving
the
it.
room for the audience.
I know.
And next time,
People have to wait in line to get those tickets.
we're getting a
Wait
shot
to
here,
see.
and notice we got people actually tuned into the program as opposed to when Bjorkman was over there, working on his Facebook, working on
Selling
whatever.
houses, selling houses, selling houses.
Yeah, that's what they call it now.
At SantaClaritaRealEstate.com.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Just rolls off the tongue. Thank you very much for spending a part of your day with us. We hope you have a good rest of your day.